Los Angeles, 1992, tension fills the air. The city is restless, protests are rising, and anger over injustice is about to boil over. Mercer, trying to rebuild his life, gets conditional custody of his son, Antoine. Their bond is strained, but he's determined to reconnect. Antoine, distant and quiet, barely responds when Mercer wakes him for school. Elsewhere, a man named Riggin meets his friend Copeland. Riggin wants to pull off one last big heist, a job that could end their criminal lives for good. Back home, Mercer makes breakfast, but Antoine refuses to eat. He's angry, blaming Mercer for abandoning him after his mother died. Their argument escalates when Antoine mutters something under his breath. Mercer, frustrated, demands respect and sets a strict curfew for Antoine's safety, given the unrest in the city. On the radio in the background, the news is full of updates about the Rodney King trial. Four white police officers were caught on video beating a black man named Rodney King. The video caused outrage. Now, the trial is making things worse. Everyone is watching, waiting, and angry. Later, Riggin goes to pick up his brother Dennis, and together they go visit their father Eliel, a tough and cold man. Riggin tells his father about the heist. He says they can steal $10 million worth of platinum from a factory. He has everything planned, maps, inside info, even the security layout. But Eliel doesn't believe it will work. This is out of our league, he says. Too many cameras. Too much risk. Riggin stays quiet, hides his frustration, and drives Eliel back home. Later, Mercer is at a grocery store. He sees a group of young guys harassing the Asian cashier. Mercer calmly tells them to stop, but they become aggressive. One of them even pulls a gun on him. Before things get worse, an older man named DeVille steps in and scolds the thugs. He reminds them who Mercer used to be. DeVille apologizes to Mercer and asks when he got out of prison. 6 months ago, Mercer replies. Later, we see Mercer at the factory. He works here. He checks in, gets his ID and keys, and chats with Joseph, the head of security. They talk about the Rodney King trial. Joseph says he's worried. If the officers are found not guilty, things could explode. News soon breaks. The officers are found not guilty. The verdict shocks the black community. Protests break out immediately. Anger turns into violence. Riots begin all across the city. Antoine comes home and sees the news on TV. A liquor store nearby is being looted. He's scared but also confused about what's happening. Riggin sees the chaos on the news and realizes something. This is the perfect time for the heist. The police are distracted. So he calls his father again. This time, Eliel agrees. No one's minding the store, he says. At the factory, Mercer and other workers are sent home early because of the riots. But Mercer is worried about Antoine. He tells Joseph that it's not safe at home. Joseph offers to let Mercer and Antoine stay in the factory if needed. Meanwhile, Riggin gathers his team. They pick up Copeland, who's worried about his pregnant wife. He promises to come back safe. Then, Riggin goes to pick up Eliel again, but now Eliel has brought 2 armed thugs with him. Riggin doesn't like this. Mercer drives through the streets, dodging rioters. When he reaches home, Antoine is missing. Mercer panics and starts searching. At the same time, Riggin's crew reaches the factory. Joseph is on patrol. The robbers tase the security guard at the entrance and drive their van inside. They think the factory is empty, but inside, they find Joseph. Riggin tries to keep things calm, but one of Eliel's thugs shoots Joseph. Riggin is angry and threatens the thug. Eliel steps in to calm everyone. They disable the cameras and phone lines, then use a forklift to reach the safe. Mercer finally finds Antoine near a grocery store being looted. He pulls him away, angry and scared. He says nothing and drives him away. Back at the factory, they start drilling into the safe. Joseph, barely alive, crawls to the panel and hits the emergency alarm. A metal cage begins to drop around the safe. Riggin moves the forklift to stop it from sealing. In the chaos, Copeland's leg gets crushed by the forklift. Riggin wants to help him, but Eliel says no. You ain't getting him out from under the fork. They even steal the forklift keys so Riggin can't move it. A helicopter is sent to check on the alarm. Mercer and Antoine are stopped by the police. They are pulled out of the car and searched without reason. Antoine sees the injustice firsthand. It's painful. Meanwhile, the robbers blow open the safe and find the platinum. They're now millionaires. Riggin goes to prep the van. Dennis goes to wash blood off his hands. Mercer returns to the factory. He finds Joseph dead and grabs his gun. The thugs spot him and open fire. Mercer escapes and looks for Antoine, who has disappeared. Mercer cuts the power to the factory. In the darkness, he takes down one thug and knocks him out. Then, he ambushes Riggin and knocks him out too. He drags him away. Dennis finds Antoine in the bathroom. He takes him to Eliel, who is angry and suspicious. Copeland screams in pain, and Eliel coldly shoots him dead. Antoine explains he came to find his father, who works there. Eliel softens and lets him go, but when the thugs report Riggin is missing, Eliel gets suspicious again. He decides to use Antoine as bait. Mercer fights off another thug, who he then shoots. The thug falls through the glass roof and dies in front of Eliel and Antoine. Mercer goes back to Riggin and ties him up. Riggin finally opens up and admits Eliel just killed Copeland, a black man, in front of his son. This shakes Riggin. He turns on his father. Eliel and the thug pour acid on everything to destroy evidence. They load the platinum into the van and try to fix the rotor. Meanwhile, Mercer talks to Riggin and forms a counterplan. At the loading dock, Eliel sets a trap. He wants to kill Mercer and possibly Antoine too. But Mercer is ready. A chaotic shootout begins. Dennis is shot but helps load the platinum. Mercer and Antoine steal the van and drive off. Eliel steals Mercer's car and chases them. During the chase, Dennis dies in Riggin's arms. Filled with grief, Riggin starts shooting at Eliel. Eliel's thug shoots Riggin back. Riggin, hurt badly, still fights. He kills the thug but collapses. The van crashes. The platinum spills onto the ground. Eliel arrives. He sees everything ruined. He walks to his son and, in a cold moment, shoots him in the head. Mercer crawls out of the van. Eliel approaches with a gun to finish him. But Antoine shoots Eliel from behind, saving his father. Mercer and Antoine hug tightly. They have survived the worst night of their lives. Finally, they get into a car and drive away, leaving the chaos behind.